I'm excited. I'm excited for this one. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Patrickta, and today we are getting into a very creepy, spooky look that I have wanted to do for a very long time now. If you watched my vampire tutorial, in that video I found these FX transfers that you just need water to apply, and I gave myself 3D vampire bites in 10 minutes. I didn't have to use scar wax, I didn't have to use liquid latex, and they looked pretty good. So I bought more of them. If you haven't figured it out yet, we're gonna be a zombie today, and a pretty gory one at that. Just a little bit of info on these before I put them on my face. They all retail for under $14, which I think is pretty good considering how good they are, because it took me quite a while to get those vampire bites off. I get them all off of mostlydead.com, and I also get a lot of my other FX makeup off there, including the prosthetics I used in the last video and all of my creepy teeth. Like these and these. Only thing is, these are much bigger than the vampire bites, so let's see how this goes. In my vampire tutorial, I did explain how to go about applying these step by step, so if you want to see that, go check out that video. In this video, I'm going to go a little bit quicker, because there is a lot of them to do. Let's get started. I need to start doing something. I have cut out all the ones I'm going to use. So we're just going to place this on our skin, then put some water over it, wait 30 seconds, and that should be it. Up here, that's where it's going to go. 30 seconds. That scared me. God. That's one done. I'm going to quickly do the rest of them. How do I look? Well, they didn't come off with that. Everything is now officially stuck to my face. The edges are as good as they are going to get, which they are pretty insane, to tell you the truth. I have not had to do very much. Now I need to get into some makeup and make myself look like a zombie. I have to answer the door like this. Oh no. That was unfortunate. I'm gonna go in with some primer, and I'm gonna use my Milk Hydro Grip primer, and I am just gonna put this everywhere that I still have skin exposed. I'm not gonna fill in my pores because we are not aiming for perfect skin, obviously, but I am going to color correct with the Jeffree Star Peach Color Corrector because we want this to look scary, not spotty. The prosthetics covered up most of the imperfections, but I'm gonna go over a few of them. I did not color correct my eye bags because I'm gonna make them look even worse. If I don't get rid of them, I have something to work with already. That was really quick. Now I'm going to go in with some foundation, and I'm gonna use the Dior AirFlash in the shade 200 because this makes me look really pale. And we're dead, so we need to look pale. And now I'm just gonna blend all of this out with my Sigma flat kabuki brush. My jaw is going to be missing, so there's no point in getting any foundation on it. I will be painting that in darker. We want that to be bloody. And I'm not worried about covering up the FX in some foundation because I'm gonna go over them with some paints. And lots of blood. Lots and lots of blood. Okay, foundation is on. Now I wanna sort out my brows a little bit, so I'm gonna go over them with the Patrickta shaping wax. And I'm just gonna brush my hairs up a little bit, but not worry if they look very messy because we are dead. Now that that's done, I'm gonna make myself look even more pale with some concealer, and I'm gonna go in with the Urban Decay Stay Naked Correcting Concealer in the shade 20NN. Next, I'm going to go in with my RCMA palette, and I'm going to dip into this very cool tone shade down here and just give myself a more hollowed out look. We just want to look like we've been decomposing for a good while. That's what we want. And now just blending everything out with a stippling brush. Well, while I'm doing this, I might as well get into a few things. You guys might know that I finally got my Instagram back, which I am very happy about. But whilst I was without my Instagram, I started a TikTok and I'm kind of obsessed. And I have literally been doing TikToks for every single look I do now. We are looking slightly more dead. Maybe. Now I'm gonna set all of this in place with my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. I was very happy when I remembered I owned this top today, because that meant I didn't have to ruin a top. I would have had to rip up one of my nice tops and I didn't want to do that. This one's already doing it for me. I am going to fill in my brows now and I'm going to use my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dipbrow Pomade. And this is in the shade Ebony. And I am just gonna roughly fill them in. I do want to have a little bit of an eyebrow because if I ever turned into a zombie, I would want to do it with a full face of makeup on. Next, I'm gonna carve my brows and prime my lids with my P. Louise base because we're gonna get into some eyeshadow. Our lids are primed and our eyebrows are sorted and looking very spiky. So, as this zombie died with a full face of makeup on, I am going to go ham with my eyeshadow and I'm going to use the Me, Myself and Mama Mitchell palette. You guys know I really like this one, so we're going to be using it again today. I'm going to use this side of the palette mainly, and I'm going to start off by going in with the shade Mama Mad. And I'm just going to pack this colour on and then blend out. And I'm really going to blend this right into my eyebrow and blow this out as much as possible. These eyeshadows are so easy to blend. Now that we have that all blended out, I'm going to go over the edges with the shade Modest. Now I'm gonna deepen up that crease with the shade Mini. And once that's placed, we're just gonna blend. I'm going to dip into the shade Muse and really darken up that outer corner. And just placing a teeny bit on that inner corner. I am also running the shade Mini along my lower lash line. Now for the lid, I'm going to dip into my Nikkie Tutorials X Beauty Made palette. And in the center of my lid, I'm going to place the shade All In. So pretty. She did, but she used her P. Louise base, so her eyeshadow didn't go anywhere. That is one eye all done. I'm going to do the other off camera and I'll be right back. Eyes are done. I threw on some lashes and now I'm gonna bronze up my face and I'm gonna use the Carnival palette. I'm going to be dipping into the shade Fade to really make myself look like I'm dead. Really bringing this down to exaggerate those cheekbones. Also going to really make my temples look sunken in. So I've just dipped into Vex and Fade from the Carnival palette and I'm going to give myself some serious eye bags. We ain't had the sleeve in a while. So I'm also mixing in a little bit of Persuasion to give it a little bit of a purpley dark circle look. And I am really chiseling out those cheekbones now because my face has to be as sunken in as possible. I want to look diseased. Now it's time to really detail those FX transfers, and for that I'm going to use water activated paints, so I will be dipping into my Maroon palette. And I will mainly be using reds, browns and black. I am going to start by going over all the gory bits, and I don't want this to be as pigmented, so I am really gonna water down these paints. This looks so freaking creepy. I'm going to get rid of my chin now, and I'm just going to use a bit of black and a dark red, and I'm just gonna get rid of this. This looks terrifying now. Oh my god. With this darker red, I'm going to just try and get the deepest points of these cuts. Dipping back into the Me, Myself and Mama Mitchell palette into the shade Mini and Mama Mad, and I'm just gonna make the edges look a little bit red and irritated. I'm dipping back into the water activated palette. I've mixed up a grey blue shade, and I'm going to give myself some veins. And this is gonna be a really good way to hide any of those edges. I wanna look more dirty. I wanna look more roughed up. I'm gonna dip my brush in some water, and I'm going to sprinkle some brown and black dots everywhere to make me look worse. Also, doing this is ruining my wall, just saying. I'm going to add a little bit of highlighter now, because even though I'm dead, I still want some highlighter. I'm going to use the Jaclyn Hill highlighting palette, and I'm just going to dip into Gleam. We need some blood now, and I have two types, stage blood and the other is coagulated, which is just a bit thicker, and I'm going to use both of them all over. This is going to start looking nasty pretty quickly. Okay guys, I'm going to add a lot more blood, and I'll be right back with the finished look. Okay guys, this is the final look. This is me as a zombie. To be honest, I can't really see myself very well. With what I can see, it looks pretty creepy. These FX transfers have just been so easy to work with, and I cannot wait to buy more. I hope you enjoyed watching me turn myself into this mess of a human being. I hope you all have a wonderful Halloween, even though COVID's kind of ruined it. Never mind, we can enjoy Halloween at home. Make sure to follow me on my other social media, like my Instagram and my TikTok, because it's spooky season all year round for me, to be honest. And if you liked the video, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!